Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to cover a project called Hakka Finance or HAKKA. So, as always, guys, if you guys want to do your own research, which I highly recommend you guys to do so for any of the projects that we cover in our channel, then you have to go to their website and do your own research, right? And for this project, I suggest you to go to hakka.finance, which is HAKKA.finance, in order to do your own research, right? So when you go to their website, you will be surprised to find that they have a lot of platforms or a lot of features or a lot of projects that's available within Hakka Finance. But when you want to do your research when it comes to what this project is and trying to understand what it is, I suggest you to click the Learn More button, the green button, and that will take you to hakka-finance.getbook.io, which provides an interesting overview of what this project is, right? So for the purpose of this video, we're going to cover information present in this page. So Hakka Finance Wiki. Welcome to Hakka Finance Getbook page, in which we, the community, have decided to host a wiki and frequently asked question sections to help reduce friction and increase transparency, right? Again, I'm happy that the community is doing this, the Hakka Finance community is doing this because it's important to, first of all, provide users with information of what a project is and what they're aiming to solve, right? So this wiki page for Hakka Finance will solve that problem. So what is Hakka Finance? Hakka Finance is a set of decentralized finance or DeFi applications which form an all-inclusive ecosystem of tools that allow users to pursue financial sovereignty, right? So basically, Hakka Finance is a collection of decentralized applications. It's a platform that hosts several decentralized applications, which basically all form to become a all-inclusive ecosystem of tools that allows users to pursue financial sovereignty, right? The current product offering consists of a stablecoin automated market maker or AMM DEX, a gamified insurance product, and a general DeFi handbook, right? So when it comes to DeFi applications, what are the types of DeFi applications that's hosted on Hakka Finance? So Hakka Finance basically offers stablecoin based automated market makers. The reason why they're specifically stating stablecoins is because it acts more like Curve Finance. If you guys don't know what Curve Finance is basically an automated market maker. It's an exchange for swapping different stable coins on the Ethereum blockchain, right? Now Curve Finance is also available on Polygon, so that's something that is also very interesting to know. But similar to Uniswap, but it only hosts stable coins. You can only swap between stable coins, right? So that basic DEX is available on Hakka Finance. A gamified insurance product, again, when it comes to insurance products, there are several popular insurance products such as Nexus Mutual. So, they basically have a gamified version of an insurance product, which is similar to like a gamified version of Nexus Mutual. So that's another interesting DApp that they have, and a general DeFi handbook. So also want to educate people on what DeFi is, and they have a general DeFi handbook as well, right? All of this is administered and governed by a homonymous governance token, which goes by the ticker of Hakka. So again, you have heard of platforms, which is basically a DApp that serves a specific function, right? We have covered projects that have a DApp which covers either borrowing, lending, trading, staking, or even like some kind of a unique characteristic that's unique only to the DApp, right? But Hakka Finance is one of the only projects that we are currently covering that has a DApp that hosts other DApps, right? And all of these DApps need to be administered in a very homonymous in a very homonymous manner, and this basic activity is based on their native token called Hakka, which is basically used to govern all of these moving components together, right? So it's a very interesting concept indeed. So who is working on the Hakka finance ecosystem. Ping Chen, founder, is basically the founder of the Hakka ecosystem. Ping is the founder of the Hakka ecosystem and has been involved in the Ethereum community for over 5 years as a DApp developer. So again, this person here is basically well experienced when it comes to Ethereum based DApp developments for the past 5 years. He previously founded Pellet, providing Ethereum related technical literature and meetups for core contributors to the ecosystem in Taipei, Taiwan. So again, this person has basically founded Pellet, which is a project. Again, not a lot of people know that, but if you want to do your own deep dive onto this, then by all means go ahead. It's a project that basically provides Ethereum related technical literature. So whenever you need to do something, some kind of deep dive into in a literature when it comes to Ethereum, Pellet was offering that service, and meetups for core contributors to the ecosystem. So this software kind of project was basically offering community related meetups as well as Ethereum based literature, so that people can kind of understand and learn Ethereum for creating their own dApps, right? Ping has also been involved in the DeFi ecosystem for over a year, creating a suite of products under the Hakka banner. So again, this founder has basically been involved in the DeFi space for quite some time, and is also using Hakka banner, which is the Hakka project itself, in order to release a suite of products, right? So it's very interesting to see. Jack Lai is a technical researcher. Jack has been dedicated to the research of Ethereum and decentralized finance, well known for his blockchain technical overview series on Medium, earning the title of top writer in Bitcoin and finance. Jack is also the co-organizer of Cypherpunks Taiwan, one of the largest developer researcher communities of cryptography and blockchain technology. So again, this person who's basically the technical researcher is Jack Lai, and he had been part of the Ethereum and decentralized finance ecosystem for quite some time, and is well known for creating his own technical overview on Medium, and is also one of the top writer for Bitcoin and finance, right? He has also been one of the co-organizers for the cypherpunk movement in Taiwan. Again, if you guys don't know what cypherpunk movement is, it is a group of people who want to kind of like use who mainly focus on privacy preserving methods, and who basically exist to support privacy and cryptography and so on and so forth, right? Again, you guys can do your own research to learn more about that movement itself, which is a very interesting movement, which even Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, was a part of, right? So this person Jack Lai was involved in the cypherpunks movement in Taiwan, and is very popular for that regard, right? The next person is Weigo Chen. He's an advisor, and Weigo is the co-founder of Block Tempo, the most influential blockchain media in the traditional Chinese market, and the host of the largest blockchain conference in Asia, Asia Blockchain Summit. Weigo has served as an adjunct lecturer at National Tsinghua University and Taiwan Academy of Banking and Finance, the latter providing research training, proficiency testing, and publication services for banking professionals in Taiwan. Again, they have a couple of advisors who are extremely knowledgeable and extremely talented, and who have kind of like participated in large conferences and hosted large conferences in Asia, such as the Asia Blockchain Summit, and they've also served as lecturers when it comes to the National Tsinghua University, which is one of the most popular universities in Singapore, I believe, and Taiwan Academy, which is also a very popular university in Taiwan. So again, I don't want to cover all the advisors, because it's kind of like it's important to know about the people who are backing up the project and who created the project, but it's not really going to be relevant to us because of the time constraints. So you can go to their wiki, and they have some really useful articles you can access to. You can access their Hakka Village, which is basically a community-driven place where people can interact, and gather information about the Hakka project. They have a Hakka governance dashboard, liquidity mining, and rewards dashboard, as well as a Hakka holder address book. So if you want to know the number of holders and how much Hakka tokens do each holders hold, then this would be the place for you to go, right? You can also follow them on Telegram, and you can subscribe to their Medium page in order to learn more about the project and find some updates, interesting updates about this project. You can also access other important documents as a part of your do your own research project, right? So again, one of the main products that Hakka Finance offers is Black Hole Swap. Black Hole Swap is basically a decentralized automated market maker exchange that's designed for stablecoins. Again, remember that we discussed a few seconds back that Hakka Finance is offering stablecoin dexes on its platform. So this is basically one of the stablecoin dexes that's available on Hakka Finance, and this project is called Black Hole Swap. I really like the name there; it's very catchy. So by integrating lending protocols to leverage the excess supply while borrowing on the inadequate side, Black Hole Swap can therefore process transactions far exceeding its existing liquidity. So again, a very interesting concept with liquidity is that you need to have liquidity in order to facilitate swaps, right? So when you're providing liquidity to a platform like Uniswap, you need to provide equal dollar values of two different tokens, and depending on your the contribution that you're making and the percentage of the total pool you are contributing to, you will be eligible to receive a decent amount of reward, and it accrues over time. Also, there is high chances of impermanent loss when it comes to stablecoin liquidity provisions for Black Hole Swap, for example. Your impermanent loss is extremely low, right? So what Black Hole Swap aims to do is basically it allows for transactions to happen with less or very low or no liquidity at all, right? So that's something that is a very interesting concept. Again, it has been used. The same concept has been used by several other exchanges that we've covered in some of our videos. But it is interesting to see that this is kind of becoming more and more popular, right? Compared to other AMMs, Black Hole Swap provides nearly infinite liquidity with the lowest price slippage, maximizing capital utilization. Again, despite it trying to run in a system where even if there's little to no liquidity, you will still be able to perform your swaps, they are trying to have the deepest liquidity pools amongst any of the other dexes, right? If you see this pictorial representation, you can clearly see that Uniswap has some of the most shallowest liquidity pools. Balancer has some of the most deeper ones, but Curve Finance, which is also a stablecoin, DEX on the Ethereum blockchain, has some really deep liquidity pools. But when it comes to Black Hole Swap, the liquidity pools are even more deeper, right? It's in fact claimed to be the deepest in the universe, so to say. So again, I just want to basically cover a few important points. So let's cover how it works. So the first paragraph of how it works. In short, Black Hole Swap puts reserves into the lending protocol while running out of stock on one side of the trading pair. Black Hole Swap will mortgage the other coin to borrow the required coin to complete the transaction. So again, it works in a very unique and specialized way. Although it tries to achieve a near perfect liquidity related issue when it comes to liquidity provision. What it basically does is, when people try to swap between two stable coins, the chances of running low on one pair of the stable coin is very high, right? So what it basically does is, while running out of stock on one side of the trading pair, so again, when one side of the pool or trading pair is kind of like running low on stock, Black Hole Swap will mortgage the other coin to borrow the required coin to complete the transaction. So let's say, for example, if you have 100 DAI and you have for some reason you have like a lesser version, lesser number of another stable coin like USDC, in order to make the pool survive, Black Hole Swap automatically mortgages a portion of your DAI tokens, which you have more in number, in order to get USDC coin, so that the number always balances, right? And this kind of allows for infinite amount of liquidity, as they're claiming. Hence, black hole swap will not be limited to its own stocks and safe from the big turnaround of curve while running out of reserves. Again, this is basically one of the main features by which they claim to be very different. Again, you guys can go through some of the examples here. They have an example of the Uniswap where I kind of gave an example of 100 DAI and 100 USDC. You can clearly see that during swaps, you kind of are left with more of one and less of another, right? But when it comes to black hole swap, if you start with 100 and 100, you can still perform your swaps if there is 200 DAI versus $1.99 worth of USDC by using the excess DAI as a mortgage to lend or to borrow more USDC in order to facilitate the liquidity from going from going shallow, right? A very interesting dynamic. You can also look at some of their charts and do your own deep research on this. It's a very interesting project. Although it's not very unique, the way it does it makes it very unique, right? So they also have this platform, this gamification of gamified insurance platform called Third Floor Mutual or 3F Mutual, right? So what is 3F Mutual? 3F Mutual employs a rainy day fund like mechanism that allows for one to hedge against MakerDAO collapse risk. It exists as neither an option nor a short position of ETH DAI maker. The 3F Mutual rainy day fund like design means it acts more like collective insurance. Again, some of the words that are being thrown out may be confusing, but basically what the product 3F Mutual aims to do is it aims to deploy, or employ a rainy day fund, which means if you are saving some money in order to protect yourself from let's say for example, let's say you're trying to save like $5,000 per month or something like that, and you end up saving it, and you're anticipating something bad to happen. Let's say your car breaking down, or you suddenly lose your job. You'll be able to use this $5,000 that you saved, which is basically termed as the rainy day fund, to go through that hard time till you find another job or till you get your car repaired or so on and so forth, right? So similar to that, they try to establish a rainy day fund in order to hedge against the collapse of the MakerDAO platform, right? Again, MakerDAO is one of the most reputed Ethereum-based platforms. It's very unlikely that MakerDAO would suffer from any form of a collapse or a catastrophic event, but it's still possible because we're still early in the DeFi era, and again, anything can go wrong, and hackers are always trying to find ways to hack into systems. So in order to protect yourself from a collapse of the MakerDAO ecosystem, the 3F or third floor mutual insurance is going to protect you from that, right? So again, it exists as neither an option nor a short position of either DAI or Maker. The 3F Mutual Rainy Day Fund like design means it acts like a collective insurance, right? So here they go on to talk about the main inefficiency that exists in the option insurance, which again you can go through in much more detail, which is something that I really like. They are trying to present information with as much depth, along with having images like these to kind of like explain to people who want to just skim through their product, right? So if you see, this is an example of how like a sunny day versus rainy day insurance mechanism works. Like a rainy day funds like mechanism. So on a sunny day, you basically put your money and purchase the cover, and the money that you use kind of goes to the insurance pool, and it's only used for the insurance coverage, right? So when it comes to the rainy day, which is a scenario where MakerDAO kind of shuts down or emergency shuts down, MakerDAO kind of like it kind of triggers this insurance pool to get the insurance pool fund deposited to the people who contributed, right? And they get to claim their portion for any kind of like bad things that happen to make a DAO ecosystem, right? So again, very simple diagram. It kind of helps to explain it perfectly. So again, here are some of the other information that's provided, which you can go through. They are also having a reward mechanism for early participants, which is also covered here. It's basically liquidity provision rewards, and basically helping the project gain more traction, right? So again, they also have a tokenized collateralized debt positions, which is also a project that's coming soon. This project is fully developed, and the team will release it soon, which is another interesting project that's coming in very soon. Crypto Structured Fund (CSF) is also another project that's coming in soon. Hakka Intelligence is basically a prediction market bond for the Hakka community, is also coming soon. And it's something that's going to be much more exciting for people to get involved in this project, right? So again, a lot of information here. I just want to make sure that I cover certain things very quickly. They also have their, the information booklet for DeFi, which provides other information on what, what are certain terms that they have, what is I gain, what is I loss, and so on and so forth, right? So that's pretty much it when it comes to the Hakka Finance information. You can also see some of the products that they have on their website, which is provided very cleanly and very beautifully. The DeFi handbook provides more information about everything DeFi. The Hakka Harvester is it's interesting, to see that them having like a lot of images concerning Binance Smart Chain, because they are also available on the Binance Smart Chain. And coming soon, you can clearly see that they are working on some really cool projects, including Crypto Structured Fund, tokenized CDP, which is similar to MakerDAO, and that's pretty much it, right? So let's go to their CoinGecko page. So if you see CoinGecko, this token is currently ranked 810th by market cap on CoinGecko, and it's currently trading at 12 cents per token, and it recently had a 10.7% increase in the past 24 hours. The market cap is $23.3 million in market cap. Although it is still a micro cap, it is it is a decent market cap. It's not too low and not too high, and it's somewhere in the sweet spot, right? If you look at the max supply, again the token has 635 million tokens as max supply. Although this is one of the numbers that I really want to be like 100 million or less tokens. This token number is still preferred by many people. I personally prefer tokens that are extremely scarce, but at least for the short term, you will kind of see like price slumping, significant price slumping for tokens that have extremely high max supplies, and this token may be one of them, right? So if you look at the circulating supply, there's only 193 million tokens in circulation out of the 635 million tokens. So again, expect to see some price slumping due to the rewards being dumped into the market over the short term. If you look at the market cap to the TVL ratio, which is something that we have covered for projects that have liquidity provision mechanisms. So when it comes to the ratio of market cap to TVL, it's a ratio that that's obviously that covers the market cap divided by the total value locked within the protocol. And if the ratio is more than 1, that means it refers to the market cap being greater than the total value locked, right? In this case, it seems like the market cap is 2.7. It's kind of like a higher compared to total value locked, and the factor is 2.72 times kind of higher than the total value locked. So again, the total value locked is a good indication that this ratio is basically a good indication that the project may be overvalued or undervalued, and it seems like, at least on paper, it seems like this project is quite overvalued by 2 times. So its fair market value may somewhere be at around 6 cents per token, which is something that based on this number we can say that its fair market value can be somewhere around 6 cents or less, right? So that's an interesting information for you guys. And if you look at the chart, you can clearly see that the token has had some significant price sideway movement. since it's since it's one huge peak that happened last year, like in the fall of last year. So if you see, the token price information is available from 19th of August 2020, when it was trading at 7 cents per token, and then it instantly saw a huge peak of about 78 cents, close to 80 cents per token, before crashing down. And then since then, it's pretty much been in the sideways movement, right? Its all-time lows was about 2 cents per token, and it's been moving sideways, having some small blips up and down. But now, if you can see, this token is kind of like trying to move up, right? So again, I would probably say that this token may probably have a bit of a short-term price slumping, but since it's available on Binance Smart Chain, and since it is kind of like the project is trying to set up a new premise for DeFi. I do think that as the DeFi ecosystem grows and matures, this project will also grow and mature, right? So for that kind of a project that aims to do that, I think this price point is relatively good entry point. Although the total value, the market cap versus the total value lock ratio says it's at least 2.72, is overpriced by a factor of 2.72. But I wouldn't personally think of that as a hindrance. Although if you want to get it at a lower price point, then there is a chance that this token may go lower and maybe touch the 10-cent range, but I don't think it will go any lower than that, right? If you look at the Bitcoin comparative, on the other hand, again, pretty similar pattern. If you see, the token was trading at 620 satoshis in August 2020, and then it reached an all-time highs of about 6,500 satoshis before crashing back down and reaching an all-time lows of about like 157 satoshis, and then it's been pretty much moving sideways, and now it's currently trading at 213 satoshis per token, right? I wouldn't really recommend buying this token with Bitcoin. It would be wise to buy it with just dollar, USD, because it seems like this token may have a good short-term potential, but I don't think it will be fully relevant. It's a good short-term play in my opinion, but if you guys feel like it's a good long-term play, but then by all means go ahead, right? When it comes to the Ethereum comparative, you can pretty much see that the token price was 0.0004 Ether, and it reached an all-time highs of about 0.001, and then now it's kind of at its all-time lows of about 0.00003 Ether per token. I wouldn't really recommend buying this token with Ether or with Bitcoin, but dollar would be a really good entry, right? If you see, this token is available on PancakeSwap using BUSD, and you can get it from Uniswap, although fees in Uniswap are extremely high. You can also get it from a centralized exchange such as who.com, where you can get it from USDT. I wouldn't really recommend AEX because it's the first time I'm ever hearing about that exchange. But I would say PancakeSwap is the best bet because it is decentralized to a decent extent, and also available. You can pretty much do the swaps within your wallet without having any central authority like a centralized exchange, right? So what's my thought on this token? I personally haven't bought this token yet because, again, I believe that this project also has some interesting component to it. I don't think I would buy it with the intention of holding it long term. It does have some really unique features, but it is also making some really good promises for the future. But I don't really feel the need to buy a huge bag of this product, or I don't really need to buy this token and hold it for long term, because I feel like there are other projects that cover specific niches much more in depth and tries to solve some problems that cryptocurrency space currently is facing. Although this project is trying to solve problems, I'm not really convinced by what they're trying to solve is going to be pretty meaningful in the long run. Maybe in the short run, it will be definitely like an extremely valuable token, but in the long run, I personally am not going to hold this for long run. But if you guys do your own research and come to the conclusion that this project is going to be great for the long run, then by all means, please go ahead, right? Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.